morning I woke up, first fall snow. As I walked to the gym, the brisk air encouraged my desire to run back home and snuggle back up in my warm blankets and sleep in. However, I also know the importance of healthy rituals. I have endured significant chapters in my life that helped me to learn that rituals can become a lifeline for resiliency. What do I mean by rituals? I mean a pattern of behavior that increases my psychological capacity to submit to a higher power that offers order to my chaos. It's essential for me. How could going to the gym become a ritual? Well, it's kind of easy to answer that. By nature, I am lazy. I could binge or on junk food and disrespect the vision of who I am for my loved ones or my community. So going to the gym is not something that I intrinsically want to do. I was an athlete in school and in college, and I was always good enough that coaches took me under their wing and they trained me to be better. But the problem is I never developed the habit of just being responsible for my own physical exercise. Instead, I developed a habit of wanting others to talk me into doing things or to shout me into doing things. Once I discovered the dilemma that I was living in, I could see I would be much better off making this element of my life into a ritual, because I didn't feel that I had the capacity just within myself to be doing this stuff. So now I wake on mornings when I'm going to have workout, and I hit snooze a certain number of times just out of habit, but I don't snooze every time. What I do instead is I begin to just utter a few songs or poems that I've memorized over the years. This kind of awakens the emotional intelligence in a simplistic, gentle way. These songs or poems all have a deeper moral or heart message, a value strengthening of who I am and what I'm really doing here, what my life is about. So I don't even think about the gym. I simply think about kind of waking up on the right side of the bed, enjoying that poem or that song with my whole heart. Once I'm out of bed, I like making it, because that's a habit not motivated by much more than the love of getting into a bed at night that's been made. Next is the micro step that, hey, I got to use the bathroom. I've been sleeping. And so my gym clothes hang on the back side of my bathroom door. So it's all laid out for me. I'm not ever taking that macro step of I have to go to the gym. Rather, it is just the next micro step, just the little thing that's getting me that much closer. Once my clothes are on, I wander towards the kitchen, get a drink of water, and my pre-workout stretches happen to be posted on the wall next to the kitchen. So I'm already there having my water. I go ahead and I stretch, and by the end of my 10 minutes of stretching, I realize I'm that far. I might as well finish this. So I grab my keys and I head out my door, and I'm fortunate enough that I have a relatively short walk to the gym, one that includes wildlife and beautiful scenery. I like those distractions, and I am always curious. I always make myself curious to what I might see, smell, or hear on the way. That kind of distracts me from the gym, you know? And so by the time I'm through with my walk, I'm at the gym. Once I'm at the gym, I turn back to prayer. Mostly years ago, I asked God to bless me with youthful mind, body, and spirit. I used to pray when I was on the athletic fields and in the gyms, and I am a child at heart, and I believe that I can develop routines that lead me to rituals like this. As I begin my routine of workout, I pray in my mind, I listen, and I sometimes sing. Sometimes I close my eyes and kind of observe from an outside perspective the blessing of working out. So that's how it becomes a ritual. I put it kind of in that relationship between a higher power and myself. I want to encourage each of you, especially as the winter sets in, to take on healthy habits or even allow them to become rituals of submitting to a higher power to get you through. And in your moments of turning away from a healthy habit, reduce it down to these little micro steps so that you may endure. That's a key in resiliency. Find that bite-sized piece so that you can manage to keep nibbling away. Know that you get to choose, and yet choosing the micro step will always bring to the exhilaration of liberty and responsibility over the discouragement of quitting. Try the baby step of resiliency. I wish you the best.